Hello here, it's Rico with Sport and Icons here with my man Stephen Disney Drago Robinson. Brother, absolutely an incredible finish there. Tell us your thoughts on the fight.
Thoughts on the fight, as usual, started slow. With 40, 50, 54 fights in now with amateur and pro, and we're still haven't getting past that start fast yet. Started slow, took a few shots in the first and second, but in the third, after coming back to the corner, and I come in my own in the third and the fourth and onwards, and I think we're seeing that in the third. We're caught them with a big overhand right at the end of the third, and then in the fourth, and I knew that once that landed in the first one. Credit to Nick for getting up, by the way, and then the second one, credit again for getting up. Glasgow Warrior, that's what his name's for. He is a warrior, and fair play to him. He got up a second time, and the referee's got a duty of care. And I think one big shot, his legs were gone, his eyes were gone. People will say it was a bit preemptive, but I don't think it was.
I don't think it was preemptive as well. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, absolutely backing you. Watching the first 3 rounds, it was kind of looking like Nick was going on points, but it just seemed that you, as I've seen from your previous fights, had that much more heart than Nick, and it seemed like you really, really wanted to get the win more. Obviously from Boxer and Sky, and in terms of the fact of being pushed after the fight and whatever. Do you think that this is one of the premier wins of your career thus far?
This is what I needed to do after the Shane Gill loss. I know that was 50% of my ability, 30% of my mental state. That's irrelevant, that's gone. I couldn't give a shit about that loss. That's in the past. You can't change anything. That is unchangeable. But what I can do is progress, work forward. I fought in July, I got the win. I've just fought there. I've gotten a win against a prospect, against 5-0, who's had some fantastic sparring. That's all he speaks about. I've had some great sparring with Bacola. I've had some great sparring with Joseph Parker. So he's sparring some of the best people in the world. And, I've sparred somebody called Arlo, who's, a fantastic prospect in the amateurs, who's going to be turning pro. And it just goes to show that, sparring the world's champions and the best of the best means nothing, because hard work will always beat talent in the ring.
Absolutely. I mean, just having, because obviously I did a little bit of a poll earlier on today on Twitter, and was asking, from you getting the victory, would you rematch and try and avenge that last loss next, or what is next for Stephen Robinson right now? What do we expect in 2023?
It's not down to me to say, but Shane Gill will not box again. Yeah. That's down to him to come out and say why. That's not something I'll speak about. But, so the victory was Shane Gill, but Shane Gill's got 1 loss on his record. Frank Iglesias, so let's get that on. And that can be, the rematch between me and Shane Gill, me versus Frank.
So where's for your next fight? Obviously, this victory was, no one would say make or break, but behind the scenes it was definitely a make or break.
100% was a make or break. It was. Had I have lost that, I know where my level would have been at, but I never doubted myself that I was going to lose it, ever. I never doubted myself, so for me it wasn't a make or break, because I knew I was getting that win, and I knew that no matter what I had to do in there to get that win, but unless I was carried out in the body bag, I was winning.
Of course.
So it wasn't a make or break, because there was nothing getting me out of that ring. There was too much passion and too much meaning in that fight tonight for myself. Not for any dickhead on social media or any doubter, anyone who says it's a gimmick. I've done that for myself and for every single person out there who doubts themselves, who doesn't believe in themselves. I'll always do it for the average person. Every time I step through that ring, you've seen with the ring walk, seen with the music the first 30 seconds. It's not about the KO, it's about being okay. And that win there was for every single person who doesn't believe in themselves. And go and do it. Do whatever you want to do. Believe in yourself. Use your heart and your head and do it.
Absolutely inspirational words, Stephen. I just want to say thank you very much. I mean, especially for the last 3 days, me just being first in these couple of interviews and stuff like that. But I just want to say thank you so much. Absolutely an incredible win. Who would you say in the next 3 fights would you like on your hit list?
Sky got that for me. Boxer have got that for me. I haven't got a hit list. You know, I should have took that Nick Campbell fight. Maybe not. But I did, you know, because I know I needed to win people back over.
It was a very risky fight.
Show what I'm about, and I've just done that. And so whatever Sky have got in store for me, let them bring it. And if something is for a title in 3 fights time, everyone's going on. Oh, he's old, he's this, he's that. 31-year-old. I'm a junior in the sport. Well, you know, you look at where people are at 36, 37, 38, Povetkin. You know, 39, 40, beating Dillian White, and then you've got the likes of Lucas Brown fighting Mahmoud Shaw, 42-year-old, and he's still getting their big fights in Dubai. Age, you're as old as you feel. Look at the World Cup, look at Messi, look at Ronaldo, look at Modric.
Yeah.